We live in a time where sharing has become the default. People post about everything, from their morning breakfast plates to their latest vacation selfies. Social media is filled with endless updates and snapshots of daily life. Yet there are still a few people who don't post their own pictures at all. You've probably noticed this. Maybe you even know someone who never shares their photos online, or maybe that someone is you. But have you ever really stopped to ask yourself why? In a world where likes, comments, and shares often act like little measures of worth, it seems natural to assume everyone wants to be seen. But that's not true. For some people, the choice not to post isn't about hiding. It comes from something much deeper inside them. On the surface, it may look simple. Maybe they just don't care about attention or about being noticed online. But if you look closer, it's often far more complex. People who stay away from posting photos usually have a very different relationship with how they see themselves compared to those who constantly upload selfies. They don't need outside approval. The number of likes or comments they get doesn't decide their value. Their sense of confidence and self-respect comes from within. Think about it. If you already feel secure and good about yourself, you don't need a stranger's opinion to remind you of your worth. Another important piece is privacy. Today, almost every moment gets shared, but there are still people who believe personal life should remain personal. More and more, people are realizing just how much data they give away online, and not everyone is comfortable with that. For them, not posting is an act of control. It's their way of choosing which parts of their life remain private and which, if any, get shown to the world. Then there's the fear of judgment. Every time you put something online, you open the door to opinions and criticism. Some people simply don't want to deal with that. The idea of being judged, mocked, or misunderstood can feel heavy and overwhelming. Posting a photo can make you feel exposed in ways that aren't easy to handle. For many, avoiding it completely feels safer and more peaceful. Introverts add another layer to this. They often find social media draining, even though they still enjoy scrolling and consuming content. For them, sharing a photo feels like giving away energy they don't have. Posting invites interaction, attention, and energy exchange they would rather skip. So instead of forcing themselves into a space that feels exhausting, they choose silence. There's also identity and authenticity. Some people feel most authentic when they don't follow social media's unspoken rules. To them, posting photos feels fake, like it forces them into a role they don't want to play. They believe their real identity is much more than a picture on a screen or a carefully curated post. By not participating in that cycle, they hold on to their sense of truth. So why do these people avoid sharing their photos? It's not about being insecure. It's not about vanity either. It's about keeping peace of mind, protecting personal space, and holding on to authenticity in a world that never stops demanding more. They don't need validation because they already know their own worth, and that's something powerful. If this makes you stop and think, ask yourself, when you post, is it because you want to connect or because you want to be seen? That simple question can reveal more about you than any selfie ever could. So, which one are you? Are you the private protector, the one with solid self-esteem, the quiet introvert, the person who avoids judgment, or maybe the one who values authenticity above all else? And if you're someone who loves sharing photos, then what's your reason? What's the psychology behind it? If you enjoyed this perspective, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell.